that's where we'll start. So 2 from the end, down on the front table. Blake, great to see you here on this big stage. Is this the biggest fight of your professional boxing life?
Yeah, mate, definitely the biggest fight. Very grateful for the opportunity, and come Sunday, I can't wait to make the most of it.
I'm sure it's a fight you've taken with confidence. What did you see in that performance by Mikhailovic, who impressed plenty in his world title shot against Janibek, that makes you confident you can beat him in this fight?
Oh, I'm not too worried about his past performance. I'm worried about how he's going to be on Sunday. But, he was very tough, turned up and had a real crack in that fight, and that's what I'm expecting on Sunday.
And is this a springboard fight for you, do you feel? It's a stacked division at the moment in Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of good boys, a lot of big names, and, I'd like to get out there and prove myself and show that, I can mix it with these fellas.
Okay, thank you, Blake. I'll go now to former world title challenger in Andrei Mikhailovic. Andrei, what's been happening since last we saw you in that world title shot against Janibek?
What have I been doing? I've been training, been a dad, had a bit of a rest after my last fight. And just been in the gym and just cracking on with life. You learn a lot from your losses. So I'm just excited to be back in the ring. Excited to be in Newcastle. It's beautiful here. And just doing my job, which is to be a professional athlete.
What did you learn out of that fight? You just mentioned you learned a lot. What did you get out of it?
You learn a lot, man. Janibek is fantastic, and he put on a great show and beat me. So, you watch it back and you take away what you can, and you just look to improve in the gym. That's what you can really do. And
Blake Wells, what sort of a test does he provide for you, do you feel?
Blake Wells is a good boxer, man. He's solid, tough, good southpaw, so I'm looking forward to a good fight with him, man. I'm excited for Sunday. I'm excited to get in there and do what I do and have a good old rumble with him, so yeah.
And how do you think it goes, this fight? What are you expecting?
He's a solid boxer, man, so I expect a bit of boxing, a bit of tussling, to and froing, and just getting the win, hopefully. So, yeah, excited.
Okay, thanks so much. That is Andrei Mikhailovic and Blake Wells. They'll headline the prelims on Fox Sports, and then we'll go to main event pay-per-view. This will start the broadcast at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, a fight between local boy Brent Walton and this man, Isaiah Tszyu, who joins us down at the front table at the very end. Isaiah, it's good to see you again. Congratulations on becoming a father since last we saw you in the ring.
Yeah, thank you. It's been good, man.
And what has that done to change the professional boxing lifestyle that you have?
To be honest with you, I thought I was locked in before, but until my son came, it kind of changed everything. And now there's nothing really more to it than just to get what needs to be done. And yeah.
Your team tells me you've had a bit of trouble trying to get someone in the opposite corner, trying to get fights.
Always pull-outs here, pull-outs there. Asking for more time. It is what it is, but I put in the work and then we go out and display.
And what do you know about Brent Walton? I'm sure you watched that outstanding fight that he had with Darren Garrett-Truella. What else do you know?
Nah, I seen that. Yeah, pressure here, pressure there. Look, he's all right. I'll give him that, but I know I'm better, and come Sunday, you will too.
And do you have a new pair of your trademark Chuck Taylor Converse sneakers for us?
Yes, sir. Converse sponsor us.
Okay. All right, we'll go down to the other end of the front table with local boy Brent Walton. Brent, just talk about the occasion of fighting here in Newcastle, given that you were in the stands watching Tim Tszyu against Dennis Hogan here 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's huge, man. It's huge. Firstly, I just want to say thanks to the Rose Boys for having me on again in my hometown. It's good to be back. It's massive. I had my first ever amateur fight 4 years ago. Then 3 days later, I come to watch Dennis Hogan versus Tim Tszyu, and now I'm fighting on the undercard.
Yeah, I'm sure that things have changed a lot for you in that time. How many fans and friends and family have you got coming along to the Entertainment Centre on Sunday?
Oh, can't count it, bro. The whole of Newcastle's coming, baby.
What does this mean to Newcastle, having an event like this, having Tim Tszyu back in town and having fighters like yourself and Brandon Grach and others on this card?
Oh, it's massive, man. It's massive. That's why they call it Tszyu Castle. Just before they call it Tszyu Castle, they call it Walton Castle up until the main fight. But no, up until then, yeah. And then the bull's on, and everyone loves him, man. Like it's the bull show at the media workout the other day. So I think it's pretty exciting for Newcastle and all the local boys here. And
tell us what happens in this fight between yourself and Isaiah Tszyu.
I think a go out. I think it's going to be a good fight. He's crafty. He's a slippery fella. I watch most of his fights, knowing he'll probably be an opponent one day. But I think I'll win. Yeah, I think I don't know. I can't tell you too much, bro.
Okay, thanks so much. Brent Walton and Isaiah Setchi, they'll start the pay-per-view at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And I'll go right into the centre of that front table with a Commonwealth Games silver medalist and former Olympian in Callum Peters, who will fight against William Lenihan in his fight, which will be second on the pay-per-view broadcast on Sunday. Callum, great to see you. How are you and how are you enjoying the occasion of being back on this big stage?
I'm very good, just training, same old. Very excited to fight on this card for No Limit. I'm very grateful to be here in Newcastle. First time here, I'm loving it. Can't wait to put a show on for everyone.
You're not just training, you had a fight, an amateur fight on the weekend. I know you were trying to get a fight for next weekend as well. Do you ever just have a rest?
Nah, training, fighting's full time. The best place to learn is in the ring. I'm just trying to get much experience as I can throughout the year. Already got 9 fights through the year. It's only the 4th month in, so trying to get to 200 fights maybe in the year. Who knows?
Just 200 fights.
No, try to.
Okay. Well, you had a fight against this opponent in the amateurs. What do you remember of that experience, and how did things go?
I got the win, by the way. Let everyone know. Just, let people come on, give respect to Cal, all right? But so he's a good fighter. He likes to throw volume as me, but not as hard as me, let's be honest. So he's a good fighter, good lad as well. We should put a cracker fight on for this weekend.
And when you sit up here, do you picture yourself up the top here and headlining these sorts of shows, Callum? Because I know there's a lot of excitement around what you're doing.
I can't wait to be up there. Who knows, I might throw some chairs down, start some drama. But I can't wait to be up there for the best.
Okay, we'll just leave the chairs alone. But thank you so much, Callum Peters. Looking forward to seeing him in his second professional fight that you will see this Sunday as part of this Stacks pay-per-view event. Next up, we're going to talk about the Australian Super Welterweight title. This is a fight between Dan Hill, who is the champion, and this man, Cohen Mudia. Cohen, great to see you again. What would it mean to win an Australian title and on a big stage like this for you?
Yeah, thanks, Benny. Yeah, it's good to be back. Keen to get in there. Australian title, something I've always wanted to win, and I'm a proud Australian, so being an Australian champion is something that is important to me, and will cement my position as one of the best in the division, if not, the best in Australia, and then looking to take on anyone and everyone else.
What do you know about Dan Hill? He's someone who's been around in Australian boxing for some time. We know his style. He's called the Engine for a reason. He'll come forward. This can't be anything but an exciting fight, can it?
Yeah, everyone knows what I bring now, I was privileged to headline the last fight I had with Nikita. We put on a war 2024 fight of the year, got 2023 fight of the year rematch, one half the 2024 fight of the year here. Dan Hill is the engine, he comes forward, he comes to bring that sort of pace, and I'm going to be there right in front of him. I think I'm going to be on the front foot. I think he's going to realise that he's only carrying a 4-cylinder instead of a V8 like he thinks he is.
And what is it like fighting on these sorts of cards, Cohen? You've done it plenty of times. You mentioned you headlined against Nikita Tszyu in the fight of the year last year. You fought on this stage plenty of times. What is it like going in there as a fighter at a sold-out Newcastle Entertainment Centre and venues like that? Yeah,
it's awesome, man. Last time I was here was the first time I fought Wade when Tim fought Dennis Hogan. And cracker crowd, cracker environment. The Newcastle fans go wild, so I'm looking forward to getting under those lights and putting on the show.
Okay, thanks, Cohen. I'll go to the defending Australian champion, Dan Hill. Dan, great to see you. Welcome. How excited are you about being on this stage and fighting someone like Callum Mudia in what has to be an exciting style of a fight?
Yeah, I'm super pumped to be here. Thanks to the No Limit boys for having me on. Cohen's a worthy opponent. I've had my eyes on him for a long time, and I'm just grateful I get the opportunity to fight him, and I can't wait to stand across the ring with him and, two guys going to go at it. Both got similar styles. We'll see what happens.
Why do you believe that you beat Cohen?
I believe I'm a better boxer. I'm not just a come-forward fighter. I've got skills, and I'm looking to show that to Australia. And like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here and prove it to everyone that I belong here on the Australian scene, and I am the best. So.
Cohen just mentioned that he had that outstanding fight with Nikita Tszyu late last year. Is that someone with victory over Cohen here that you would like to fight in the not-too-distant future?
Yeah, of course. I've had my eyes on Nikita for a long time, like a lot of super welterweights have, and it's one fight I always want. I want to fight the best people, and Cohen's one of the best. Nikita's definitely one of the best, but just for now, I've got my sights set on Cohen, not getting too far ahead of myself. So Cohen's on my mind right now, but Nikita, I'd love that fight.
Okay, thanks. That is the Australian super welterweight champion Dan Hill and challenger Cohen Mudia. That's a big fight that you'll see as part of this card. I should mention this fight as well. Endri Saavedra is well known to the Australian audience. He'll take on Mikkel Nielsen from Denmark in a really good fight that we'll see on this card as well. And then we will go to the rematch that everybody is talking about, the heavyweights colliding for a second time after that insane fight that went for a round and a few seconds in 2023. Brandon Grach, the Bull, and Liam Taliva'a. It is an outstanding fight and has all of Australian boxing talking. I'll start with Liam Taliva'a, who is down at the end of the top table. Liam, a lot of talk, a lot of animosity through the course of the last few days. As you just gaze to your right and have a look at Brandon Grach, how are you feeling about that man right now?
Just ready to rock and roll, man. But before I continue, I just want to give all the glory to my Heavenly Father for this opportunity that He has presented me to correct things and make my career back into the right path. Man, it's just been it's so good to be back in Newcastle. This is my third time here in Newcastle, and man, from arriving yesterday, the love has been great, man. So big love to Newcastle. It's good to be back here again, and good to make things right here.
What are your memories of that fight, though? It was, of course, an incredible first round where both fighters went down, but then you were savagely knocked out in the second round of that fight. How do you look back on what happened?
Oh, look, mate, we all make mistakes, and that's just boxing. That's heavyweight boxing. One punch changes everything, you know what I mean? Can change everything, sorry. And that's just exactly just what happened. We all saw what how the first round went, and that was boxing. I earned every punch to put him on a canvas, and just went in there carelessly with no plan. And just like I said, we all make mistakes, and I just got hit with a lucky punch, and then obviously, yeah.
I've heard you call it a lucky punch and also a scared punch.
Yeah, obviously, if you've got someone like me running towards you 100 miles an hour, obviously you're going to chuck whatever you're going to chuck. And then I just got caught with it.
I'll go straight to Brandon Grach. Lucky punch, scared punch, is that how you look back on it?
Absolutely not. I landed on you once, you went down. Was I lucky the second time? Was I lucky with John Mailer? I don't think so. So,
Two different
luck's
boys,
out of the
brother.
question.
Two different boys, mate.
Bring it. Sunday, bro.
How do you look back on what happened that night, Brandon?
Obviously, I've got good memories. It was an awesome fight, hey. What can I say about it? You know, we both had different opponents for that fight. They both pulled out. I got the call, do I want to fight Liam Taliva'a in my second professional fight? Absolutely. In Newcastle, in front of my hometown fans, why not? When these opportunities come, you take it. You know, that's what a fighter does, and I'm a fighter. Everybody saw in 2023 November that I'm a fighter. You might knock me down, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to put your lights out.
And what is going to happen in this fight, Brandon, in this rematch on Sunday?
Man, more of the same. Fireworks and everything more than the last time, if it goes more than 2 rounds. Will it? I don't know. But, man, I don't think this guy understands how hard I've been training since I come back from my injury. I've been sparring 8 rounds for ages, Ben, with fresh opponents, keep coming him in, bringing him in. What happens when he starts to deteriorate and starts to fade? He made mistakes early in round 1 and round 2. What happens when he starts to get gassed? I've got the IQ and the power to position myself. The moment his concentration lapses, there's a hole, I'm taking it, I'm jumping on him, bang, 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 it's lights out, all over again.
Liam, you two have had a conversation going through the course of this week. Respond, please, to Brandon after what he's just said.
Oh, man, this guy is so ahead of himself. He just doesn't understand that. And one thing about boxing we know very well is that you never take your losses to your heart and you don't take your wins to your head. And that's exactly what's happening. He's taking his wins straight to his head. He thinks he's unstoppable or something like that. I think he forgot that I put him down on the first round. No. And it comes Sunday night, that's exactly what's going to happen. And then he's just going to feel the end of what was supposed to happen on that night. And that's just how it is. This guy thinks he's some god in this sport. He knows that this game is not about power. It's not how big you are. It's not how, it all comes down to how you perform on that night. And basically, power is not going to get you nowhere, brother. And I'm telling you this much. We've seen it with the greats. We see it with all the big punches. We just saw it with Joseph Parker and Bacoli. he got put down in the second round just because he thought he can walk through him. If you think you're going to walk through me, brother, you're going to have a hard night, mate. So we'll see you on Sunday.
Bring it. Bring the energy. I love it, bro. Love it.
What do you think you're seeing here, Brandon? How do you feel about how Liam's talking here today and how he's seeing this fight?
Look, good on him for taking the fight. I mean, you know, fucking he got knocked out ice cold. How many people can come back
That's
from
all
that?
you got on me, eh? That's all you have right now to come back at me, brother, is that you knocked me out on that second. Mate, the greats got knocked out, all right? And look where I am right now, right back in your face. That's where it counts, mate.
Good.
So
it does. It counts
we'll
on
see
Sunday.
you on Sunday.
You will. This is going to be a great fight, Ben. This is going to be a great fight. He's right. The greats went down. Some get back up and keep punching on. He's here. He's going to bring it again on Sunday. I'm going to bring it on Sunday. Newey fans are in for a treat.
I'll just finish by getting the pair of you to tell each other what's going to happen in this fight. If I could start with you, Brandon. Can you just tell Liam what's going to happen in this rematch on Sunday?
Mate, I don't care what you think about me or the last fight or whatever. This is a new fight and it's a new day, but the same thing's going to happen again. I don't care if it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds. I've got the fitness, I've got the speed, the power, the IQ, the heart, the ticker, all the tools, mate, all the tools to get the job done, and you're not leaving the fight with your hand raised. I am.
Mad.
Liam, your response to
Brother,
Brandon?
I'm here at the press conference. I'm not here for therapy, brother, so I'm just waiting for Sunday, so let's rock and roll. Straight out.
Let's rock and roll indeed.
Straight out.
Yeah, let's hear it for the heavyweights, just for taking this fight. Brandon Grach and Liam Taliva, a rematch we simply had to see, and we will see it in the co-main event this Sunday. Cannot wait for the heavyweights to collide a second time. And that will take us to the main event. It is between Australia's Tim Tszyu and America's Joey Spencer, who have so much on the line in this fight that will be seen right across the world. I'll start with Joey Spencer, who joins us from the USA, a record of 19-1, and has a major opportunity in a big fight here against Tim Tszyu. Joey, great to see you. A lot of drama through the course of fight week. We thought you might be going home then. You had us all scared here when you weren't here for the press conference. What happened?
I was never going home. I was always ready to fight. That was never on the table. There was some little clickbait stuff in the media that I might be pulling out of the fight. That was never the case. We just needed to make sure that what we agreed to before the fight was signed was what ended up happening. This is something that we had talked about 3 months ago. And so they did what was right, and we got the judges straight. We're ready to fight.
And you kept us waiting here again this afternoon. Where have you been?
Where have I been? I didn't even realize I was late.
Okay.
I didn't even realize. I apologize to everybody for being late, and won't happen again.
That's all good. Don't be late on Sunday, though, please.
No. I'll be there on Sunday on time, trust me.
Tell us what this opportunity represents to you in your professional boxing career. We know what you've done as an amateur and as a professional, but now you're truly on the big stage here against Tim Tszyu. On the other side of the world, what does this represent to you?
Man, it represents a dream come true. Dream come true. This is what I've wanted to do my entire life. Thank God for the opportunity to live out my dream. And everybody should chase their dreams. I've chased mine, and here I am. And I believe with all my heart that this is my time. Everything has come together for this opportunity. And so I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the people here. And it's just great. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be just more thankful.
And you're clearly very confident about this fight. What has made you so confident that you do beat Tim Tszyu?
Just what I know I've put in, what I know I've got inside me. I feel like my journey has brought me to this point. Like I said, my opponent, I've said this before, my opponent's a great opponent. He's done great things. I think he's extremely dangerous. But at the end of the day, it's not about him, it's about me. And I feel like I've got what it takes to be at this level and to win this fight.
So much talk about what style of a fight we're going to see. We saw Tim Tszyu the other day in our face-off say that he's going to choose violence in the early stages. He's going to go at you. What are you expecting to happen in this fight?
I don't know. Like I said, it's not all about what he does. It's about what I do as well. It's two guys are going to be in there in the ring, and we're going to have to adapt and adjust to each other. I'm not arrogant enough to say that, I'm just going to be able to choose what I do in this fight, and he's not going to respond, right? We're both going to have to respond to each other. I believe this is going to be a competitive fight, And so that means that there's going to be ebbs and flows, adjustments to be made. So we'll see what he comes out with. I'm going to come out with what I come out with, and we'll see what happens 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do you feel he's underestimating you then if he's saying that he can choose the pace of the early rounds of this fight?
I don't really know. I don't know if he's underestimating me or not. I'm not inside his head. You know, he says something different every interview, so we don't know what he really feels or thinks. It's probably good on his part, right? I mean, you know, to keep everybody else guessing. So, but that's why I'm not focused on him. I don't need to read into what he's saying. At the end of the day, we're going to come in and we're going to fight, and we'll see what happens.
This is a major international event, so it will be broadcast live in the United States as well as here in Australia. What's your message to all your American fans watching back home and to the Australian fans here who are probably on the side of Tim Tszyu?
Yeah, I mean, everybody who's tuning into the fight, that's what makes it possible for us to be able to get in the ring and then, you know, feed our family doing what we love to do. So everybody who is tuning in, supporting this fight, you know, thank you. And to my people back home, to the Americans, to my people in my hometown and my hometown area, I do this for you guys. I do this for my family every time I step out there. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Thank you guys for all the support.
That is Joey Spencer, and now I'll talk to Australia's former world champion in Tim Tszyu, ladies and gentlemen. Tim, great to see you again. You've been waking up with a different mindset every morning this week. What is it today? How do you start this fight? How does this fight go?
First of all, thank you for everyone being here. I'm glad to be back in Newcastle, back in Australia. How does this fight start? Well, look, it could start either way, but center of the ring it begins, and I'll be there right in the middle to do what I always do and to meet him there. So we shall see.
What do you think Joey wants you to do in this fight? A lot of talk about judging through the course of the week. Do you think he's trying to outbox you and take this to 10 rounds?
I don't really listen to interviews, nor do I watch and read stuff in the media. I just get a couple phone calls from managers, from promoters that let me be aware of the scenario. All I got told was about these judges. That pissed me off. You know, it pissed me off for the fact that whenever we travel, all of us Aussies, we don't get that luxury. You know, we just get what we get, and you know, for them to come with this mentality,
your team wanted
sort of
neutral
like,
judging.
It's diva-like in my eyes.
Your team wanted neutral judging.
Look, I'm not saying anything, bro.
Your team wanted neutral judging.
All right, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. There's no problem.
Trying to manufacture.
There's no for it, but this is what I'm coming from.
Up.
From my side, I would never go down that path.
Keep trying to psych yourself up.
Trying to what?
Psych yourself up.
Psych myself up?
Yeah, that's what
in what way am I psyching myself up, bro?
You're trying to manufacture something that's not there.
No, man.
Yeah.
No.
It's exactly. Well, it's fiction. Fiction, what you're saying.
Fiction.
Your team.
It's the truth.
Your team wanted.
Did you change the judges?
Your team wanted neutral judges.
Who wanted neutral judges?
Mr. Rose.
Yeah. So be it.
So be it what?
So be it.
We were all on the same page.
You were the guys that started complaining about it.
We all talked about it.
Who was complaining? Who was sucking? Who was sucking about going on a plane back home for neutral judges? It wasn't me.
Not me.
I was kicking back at home.
Maybe you should start reading.
Well, there you go.
And guess what, Tim Tszyu?
This is what I've been told. I'm sitting on my couch at home.
You've been lied to.
You guys are about to go.
You've been lied to.
Of course.
Lied to.
All right.
Yeah.
The beauty of it all is we're able to step in.
Think about your
problem. So.
Thank God you're here.
Think about
15
your
minutes
situation.
late. Thank God you're here.
Think about your situation.
Your
team lies to you. Your team lies to you. Your team lies to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need you to be all fired up. They're worried about you.
I'm chilled, brother.
They're worried about you. In fact,
I am relaxed.
Everybody should be.
Why is that, Joey? Why should everyone be worried?
Because, like I said, if he needs so badly to manufacture and create this big drama that was never even there, then obviously he's worried about something. That's what it is. Yeah, you're worried.
I'm scared. So scared.
His name's a soul taker. He got his soul taken.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll see you.
A lot
So
of
maybe
greats,
that's-
again,
maybe
a
that's
lot
why
of
you're
greats
worried.
fall.
Maybe that's
and
why
it's,
you're
And it's not
worried.
about how you fall, it's about how
Maybe
you get
that-
back up. And this is
absolutely.
my redemption. This
I
is
agree.
how I get back up.
Okay, good for you.
And you're part of the story, so
Good
thank you for that.
And that's cool. I'm very thankful for it too. I'm thankful to be here. But at the end of the day, don't say something happened that didn't happen because we have it in writing.
That's what I've been told, man.
We have it in writing.
Don't shoot the
we
messenger.
can put it out.
You guys requested the judges. We made it happen. We put in the request through the Combat Sports Authority to get the WBO.
It was either you or your brother.
sanctioning.
It was either you or your brother
we
that
got it
said
happen.
that we needed qualified judges. We have it in writing on a text message. We can release it to the public. You said that. So don't lie.
Happy to share.
You're trying to sell a fight. That's all you're trying to do, and you're trying to make me the bad guy. At the end of the day, we agreed to neutral judging before we came out here. You guys kept your word. That's the base level of what should be expected between men doing business.
It's
and now,
not
me
what
and
we
Tim
agreed
Tszyu-
on, but
now
it's
me
what
and
we
Tim
made
Tszyu
happen for you.
We're going to fight.
Like Tim said before, anytime
I'm in
we've
your
travelled overseas,
backyard.
we haven't complained about.
I'm in your backyard.
Promoters
I'm in
was
your
Joey
backyard.
Spencer.
I'm in your backyard, Tim.
George, do you want to just clarify some of what's being said here and your position on what Joey is saying?
Yeah, look, very clear. We're fighting under New South Wales Combat Sports Authority rules, and that's the rules. So we went out of our way to make it happen so that you could get WBO sanctioning, so that you get neutral judges. We flew people in 48 hours' notice. So we've been able to make that happen. And like you said, you're not a bad guy. You're actually a really nice guy, and that's something that I don't like when our opponent's a really nice guy, because I'm looking forward to Timmy getting his hand raised here. But you put a lot of pressure on us to get the judges in, and we've got the judges in. Now we've got to fight. So Sunday, there's no complaining. We've got neutral judges.
You're right. Next question.
Tim, he has been a nice guy throughout the build-up to this, but it's a very different mood here today. What do you think is going on?
I like him, man. Honestly, I reckon he's a good guy, good family man. But right now, this is business, you know. Like, we're both ready to punch on. We're both ready to fight, and I'm hangry. I'm hangry, and he's in the way, man. That's it. It's simple,
you, Tim.
man.
I forgive you. I feel the
I never
same way.
said sorry. And what am I saying sorry for?
He's clearly not happy, though, Tim. Joey is clearly not happy.
For what? Don't shoot the messenger. I get told stuff, and then this is what happens.
And he's also said your nickname's the Soul Taker, but you got your soul taken.
Yeah,
Clearly a
that's
reference
fine.
to your last fight. Any
that's
response?
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, no problem. Let him sleep better at night if it makes him feel better. You know, that's all right.
What do you see happening in this fight, Tim? You look ahead to your fights, I know, and you picture the endings of them. When you look at this fight, what happens in it?
I think we're going to go to war, man. I think we're going to go to war. I think he's a good fighter, moves around, and you know he brings the aggression as well. I've seen a couple of his fights. He really turns it on. So when he said meet me at the center, I was like, oh sweet, you know, it's going to be one hell of a fight. We shall see. You know, that's the beauty about boxing. All it takes is one punch, and whoever lands the first punch is the one that is in control. So Sunday night, you'll see.
You've taken a few deep breaths and calmed down a bit now, but I know you seem to be getting a bit angry with some of the stuff he was saying.
Man, I'm good. I'm
you
good.
Sure?
I'm just. It is what it is, man. You know, divas will always be divas.
Any extra motivation in some of this stuff?
No. I'm always pumped. I'm always excited. It's been one hell of a build-up, one hell of a show, and I'm grateful to be in this position. I'm grateful to put on such a great international bout in Australia with such a great undercard on Fox. This is as good as it gets.
All right, we'll finish up now, but Joey, before we do, this is the end of the talking before we go to the weigh-in tomorrow and the fights on Sunday morning Australian time. Your final words, Joey, to Tim Tszyu after everything that's been said here today.
Said enough.
Tim, do you want to finish us off?
The nightmare will begin very, very shortly.
What did he say?
He said, I'll let him go again.
Listen better. Get him to rewatch it.
Stop mumbling, bro.
He said the nightmare will begin very shortly. Those were the words from Tim Tszyu. Any responses? We finished, Joey? Finishing there, Tim?
Yeah, I'm done.
That'll do.